What do you call it when a bunch of random people from all over the internet come together to have some fun by requesting things from me? Discord. I punny. Anyway, so from the Discord from Mr. Fire Mango himself on the Discord. By the way, Discord is where you get guaranteed notifications, where you can get your requests sent to me directly. You can message me and talk to me, and also you can guarantee you get notifications because YouTube hates sending out notifications because YouTube just hates people that don't believe in slavery like all Democrats do. Anyway, this is from the Discord. Atmosphere, topic little man. Oh, and by the way, on live streams, if you can get into the voice chat on Discord, usually you can join us live and we can talk about things or react to things or whatever, do requests live. So, anyway, get into the Discord. That being said, link in the description box down below. Let's go. So, little man atmosphere slugging in. You can't imagine how much fun we're having. Okay, let's check it out.
Dear Jacob, I won't take up too much of your time. I know you're trying to get your video game grind on, and that's fine. Just give me a second to empty my face before I hit the road again to go and win this paper chase. I've been watching you and I'm proud of you, man. You're growing up to be the best man that you possibly can. I know you understand why I go out of town. I also know my days are colder when you're not around. Sometimes I wonder what it's like to be adapted to the fact that daddy never lived inside the same shack. And sometimes I get this pain in my stomach's pit. It's what I get, I'm convinced it's my punishment. For those nights I got drunk and let go at some bar in some city with some people I don't know. For all the times that the lines on your face reminded me of the days before the dragonflies escaped. It trips me out how you pick up all my traits, from the way that you spit to the fists that you make. I watch the way you try to keep your mom happy. Daddy learned that from you, you're supposed to learn that from daddy. I can't teach much when it comes to women. I drive safe and slow but don't know nothing about the engine. You're doing good, little man, that's all I really meant. I love you, you're my best friend, thanks for listening.
Facts. 100% facts. Except for the part of, you know, being too stupid to understand how to do things for your son as a man. Right? That part, unfortunately, is widespread because it's easier for people to remain in ignorance. It's easier not to use your head. It is. It's very tough, and one of the hardest things to do on the planet is to be smart and to use your brain and to think and to have internal dialogue with yourself about how you feel, think, and wonder about things. Right? There's a sad fact of reality that there are some people that can't. There are some people that are incapable. There are some people, like I've said in another video, that are born unequal. Now, I'm a believer that you should try to help those rise above all that you can, right? If I was allowed to, I would have loved to have been a teacher or professor, but I'm not allowed to because I'm the wrong demographic. They hate me. I would say all the right things, and that makes me guilty of wrong think because all of the institutions are run by Democrats. If you don't believe in the cult, then you're the enemy. That's it with them. But again, there are some who are incapable. You can get them to a certain level, but you can't get them above. And it sucks, but that's the reality. Some people are just plain dumb. And for everybody else, there is actually no excuse because they make the excuse that they think they are stupid. Therefore, it is easier for them to simply exist and not have to think about anything else. Being more the animal than the human. Humans are capable of thinking, thought, abstraction, criticism of self and everything else. But above all, human beings have an awareness. The people I am speaking of do not. It's very hard to be smart. It's very hard to be wise. And it is damn tough to do both. But if you wish to do better, if you wish to be more, if you wish to do more, or at least make the attempt to do so, you're pushing the boulder up the damn mountain, and you'll have to go back down again, grab it, and push it back up again every single time you let go. So, what he's talking about is on point. Right? Now, whether he is speaking of whether he's speaking of an incapacity where it really isn't his own fault, there's only so much he can do, or his lack of action towards doing more and better, I really don't know. It could be either or both because they're not mutually exclusive. It is a really cool song, though. I like this. I love music about parenting that actually has a greater amount of truth and reality to it. Not the rose colored, rainbow, fuzzy bullshit that everyone else speaks about.
Dear Craig, what up, Bones? How it goes? Yeah, me, well, you know, same old. Sorry that the phone calls ain't too routine. Just been running around the globe trying to do my thing. Sometimes the weeks fly a little too fast, and sometimes I go to sleep a little too trashed. Other times I'm not sitting on enough cash, and other times today feels too much like the past. Sometimes at night I would watch y'all fight, a child wondering why your life just ain't all right. What's the violence about? Why is it in my house? And even the memories are turned up too loud. Yeah, I got some issues in my head. Knew we should have started fixing them back when she left you. I'm not trying to get you down, I know you're different now, but your little man just wants you to listen now. I'm over 30, can't maintain relations. All these women wanna hurt me, and I just don't have the patience. I can't trust them, and they're not much help. When they start to push and pull the buttons, I don't trust myself. What pride, fists, and words just might do. I'm afraid of my fate, don't wanna turn out like you. I've never hit a woman, I won't do coke, and for that alone I love you and I wanna thank you, old man.
So true. So true. I can relate to a lot of this. I do remember a lot of my younger years. But it's in snippets and pieces. Things bring them back to the surface and to the forefront of my mind. Right? I mean, part of the punishments when I was a kid was, well, you can sleep outside in the front. Or you can sleep on the back porch. No pillow, no blanket, no dinner, no snack, some water. Cold or hot, didn't matter. Ants or not, bugs or not, didn't matter. If I screwed up something at all, I was the one that got all the blame. And I had a bunch of older sisters. I grew up under feminism, under feminists, and the ultimate representation of it. And that was my older sisters and my mother. My dad was the other side of that coin, being the psycho ex, Marine Force recon, freaking Vietnam, Grenada and all that shit veteran. Or if everything I found in, his chests and shit is to be believed. He did a lot of shit as a Marine. And a truck driver. Back when you could make enough money to support a family with just one person working. And gas was about $1 tops. A snack cost 5 cents. They had just started trying to make vending machines too. Anyway, I know all about this. This is my childhood times 10 compared to his. Whips, chains, dog leashes. My sisters once pinned me down for a full day I can remember because our parents weren't home, and because I was born an evil male boy with the original sin of existence and not being female like the rest of them. I was subject to everything they wanted. I was their toy, punching bag, and torture device. Torture test dummy. They feed me things on purpose to make me vomit all day or shit my brains out. Sometimes they'd hang me around just to see how long I could last before I went purple. Sometimes they beat me because I was way younger than them and they were all bigger and stronger than. Or like that one long day where they put a shock collar meant for the biggest dogs you can get that has no limiters on it, turned all the way up. An entire day, forced on my throat. They made me scream. They did anything and everything they could to force me to make noise and damn near destroy my vocal cords. And my mother allowed it because she was a hardcore feminist back then. Very selfish in many ways. And then in the end, she thought she did a lot of good. She later apologized and recanted it all, but it's done. And then when it came to just punishment in general, well, I've had boards broken over my head. I've had boards broken on my freaking butt. One time my dad thought I was playing with a knife, so he made it red hot on the stove. And then he held down my arm and used it to cut and burn me. And he was 6 foot, 300 pounds, freaking monster. Doing it to a child who, no matter what, couldn't put up a fight. That's what the family was like. This reminds me a little bit of that, maybe a quarter of it. I can relate to it only because I've gone through more. But as a child, trying to wonder why everything seems so screwed up no matter what you do the only things you can do and go off instinct, essentially. Your parents teach you a supposed standard of right and wrong, but when you try to apply that directly, you're the one who's bad for it. Or my sisters love to see me get punished by my father. Because anytime I would try to tell my parents my sister did something evil or disgusting, oh yes, they did take it that far. Like I said, I was their boy toy. And they did everything they can to convince me I deserved it, and therefore I should just accept it. Thankfully, I could protect the younger ones as far as I could. They don't remember much from back then, really. Thankfully. But yeah, I remember my childhood. Wondering why everything was so wrong. What's the violence about? Why is it in my house? Well, that's reality. And for some of us, there are no superheroes. We had to save ourselves. And thus, because I chose to be a thinking being, I chose to be more than just instinct. I made the decision to try and do and be better than my parents and my family. My son's got it pretty good compared to me. He's got it outstanding, amazing compared to me. And I will literally kill to ensure that continues. That being said, let's continue with the music. Just a little bit of triggered memories and shit there, don't worry.
Dear Sean, what's going on? Not much to say, just checking in with you, trying to see what's wrong today. I know there's gotta be something kicking your bruises. How's the love? How's the music? How's the self-abusiveness? Got a lot to lose, it's breaking your shoulders. So you let your paranoia place your bets for you. Too many cigarettes messing up your voice. Too many arguments trying to test your poise. The only women that love you are fans and family. Mom has no choice, but fans leave you randomly. No heavy rotation in any location. You're not ready to face that you have no steady vocation. Plus you're getting old, your raps are exhausted. Stop it, everybody knows that you've lost it. Singing for these kids you don't know, when you should be at home with your own. Instead you're on your telephone fighting with your girl like it's you against the world. Another drunk hotel bedroom corner, curled up like a naked fetus. Come and save them, Jesus. Place them back in time before the Reaganomics and Adidas. Sometimes you're not impressed with the work you've done, and love isn't love if you didn't hurt someone. Your son says hi dad, your dad says what's up with me. I wanna thank you but I won't, I just say good luck.
I can relate to the people gonna people part. You don't have to be famous to experience that shit. And I've experienced it on every level. I've had friends die. Some killed right in front of me. That was before the army. I've had friends leave because they chose themselves over others. And I've lost friends to different things with no way to help them recover. And in the end, we all suffer. And there's plenty of people who pretend to be your friend for convenience of having someone there for them. But all they are is acquaintances. And they're always wondering when the payment is. I've had a lot of that. I don't need to be rich or famous to experience that shit. People are gonna people. That's reality. Well, there we go, folks. A request from the Discord from Mr. Fire Mango himself. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Me, I said everything already. So you let me know what you think about that as well. That being said, you know what time it is. Be good. And being good doesn't mean, oh, I'm sitting here doing nothing and I don't harm a fly. No. Being good doesn't mean you're not actively evil. It just means you're passively evil. Just because you do nothing and don't bother nobody doesn't make you good. It's called banal evil. And it keeps the door open for active evil to come through. So, what's the choice that's going to be made by you? Be safe. Make a good life for yourselves. But you should, if you have those in your life that are important to you, also help those have a good life as well. Especially if they have earned it. Don't compromise safety and security for nobody and nothing. Death and disaster is only a second away. Do what you can today. Your safety and security is your responsibility and your obligation to yourself first. Nobody else. So if you choose to be a victim, that's on you. And I will see you in the next one. I am Badger 7 Actual, the formerly homeless veteran. Blast Cat Badger out.